Hi, everybody. I just wanted to show you something. Apparently, my daughter bought this thing on Amazon before I even realized it. It showed up at the house. She wanted to play with this with some of her friends so they can talk in the neighborhood. It's a SANJOIN walkie-talkie for kids. Apparently, there are adult versions, or basically same thing, that not branded for kids, that just come basically in a more black color. These are the colorful versions, but from what I understand, the hardware inside is the same. Let's have a look. ABS, eco-friendly, Vox mode, 4-foot drop resistant, clear sound. Okay. And on the other side, we have, it needs 4 AAA's batteries. Turn that to turn on, menu, talk, okay, company, very long address, manufacturer, model number, and date of manufacture, October 2019. That's a little bit strange. I'm pretty sure these are not from 2019 because I just bought it. It's 2025 right now, but maybe it is been sitting on a shelf for 6 years. I don't know. Anyway, let's open it up. Maybe the box was designed in 2019. Okay, so what do you get? 3 walkie-talkies. That's the different colors here. You can see there's different color combinations. Let's look at the manual. User manual, walkie-talkie. Okay, there's not much here. A great vision, best after-sale service. A great vision. Every time we receive a positive affirmation, we will donate an American football or basketball to children in remote mountain areas. How nice. Welcome to send an email. Bravo, at outlook.com to supervise us. We'll spare no effort to solve all the problems until you're satisfied. Steps. Okay, insert batteries. Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. What do we have here? We have lamp. I guess it turns on and off the lamp at the top here. Up and down, call, ring, talk, menu, power. Okay, we're going to test that out. These are the different features. It does have something called CTCSS. We'll get into that later. It lets you have sort of private conversations, but it's not really private. It just mutes out other walkie-talkies that are not on the same code as you're using. Vox mode, keypad lock, flashlight, and so on. Okay. Notice, please pay attention. Polarity, okay. If not, they don't work properly, blah, blah, blah. Make sure your device is 5 meters away from other device to avoid interference. Don't use in hospital, airplane, or a potential explosive place. Example, around petrol pumps, lower deck of a boat, or around fuel storage installation or chemical. Battery warning, okay. Channels. So we've got 22 channels, 7 FRS, 15 GMRS. So basically FRS and GMRS are family radio service and general mobile radio service, I think that's what it's called, which occupy a bunch of channels somewhere between 460 and 470 megahertz. They're FM, narrowband FM protocols used for the different transmissions. It has 99 privacy codes, which really means there's 99 possible selections of this subaudible tone called the CTCSS that essentially squelches or mutes out anything that's not using the same code that you're set to. So if you have a few families in the area, if you set your code to 10 and their code is 20, you won't hear them because your thing is only set to unsquelch or to unmute when it's on 10. If it hears any other CTCSS code, it won't open up the volume, the audio volume, so you won't hear their conversations. But it's not private because you can just have the system not mute anything and you'll hear everything that's on that channel. Transmission power, 0.5 watt. That's important because apparently if it's too high, it's especially on GMRS channels, you need a license in the US at least, maybe in Canada as well. Range 3 miles, that's going to be a stretch, perhaps when you have a completely open field between you and a high tower, 2 mountaintops next to each other. And otherwise, you're going to get 0.3 to 1.5 miles on a residential area, which is kind of more likely. All right, so let's have a look. I'm going to take them out. We have 3 colors. Let's just take out this yellow one for a second. Okay, SANJOIN. Okay, it's very plasticky. It weighs almost nothing at this point. This clip comes out, and then you can open up the back by pulling on this thing, and it takes 4 AAA's. If you look carefully in there, I'm going to zoom in. you can kind of see something in there, like what looks like a chip. See that? Diagonally installed. I'm not going to open this up at the moment. Maybe I will later. Maybe I will open it up in the next section of this video once we test it out, okay? It looks like there's a microphone input here. That is probably an LED right there, just a little flashlight. Antenna is just stuck on. And okay, I will be back after installing some batteries, and I can put it on now just to turn it on. I want to try to get 2 of them going. Okay, there. Here's another one. So what I heard apparently from other users of these things is that it eats batteries like crazy. And I guess that's the case, especially with kids using this thing. It's going to eat through them. You want to really turn off the Vox because it's going to keep picking up stuff every second. There you go. And yeah, you just want to try to limit the use of these because the kids are just going to eat up the batteries. All right, how do I turn it off? I hold down the button. Okay, that's off. I'm just going to leave the cover off. Oh, you know what? Here, let me put it back on. Okay, this goes on here. Okay, there's a lamp. Does the lamp work when it's off? No. Okay, let's turn it on. It's on. There's the lamp. Okay, that works. Music. Oh, that's to ring somebody. Okay. 0101. What is this? Scan? I guess you can scan other people using these things in the area. There are 22 channels, so that just went through all the channels. Okay. Monitor. I guess that's what that is. Okay, how do I stop this thing? Okay, no more scanning. Oh, that's the volume. Okay. Menu. I hold down menu. I believe these are the 22 channels. I'm not sure which frequencies those are at all, but it looks like it can go up to 22. Okay, and then I hit menu again. Oh, and now I can pick up to 99, basically CTCSS codes. I'll just hold down the button. There it goes. A little bit of an annoying beep. And then when it gets to 99, it rolls over, I'm assuming. Off. Oh, there you go. If you want to hear everybody, you just turn it off. And then you'll pick up whatever it is. And then back to 1. Okay, good to know. Vox. Okay, so Vox means that it'll just listen to the microphone, and if it hears something over a certain volume, it'll transmit. You may not want that because apparently it'll just keep activating constantly. Let's hold down menu again. Okay, so you can change the channel, the CTCSS code, and you can alter Vox on and off. 1, 2, that's probably the level, that it's sensitivity level, and we'll have off. Okay. And what's the CA? What does that mean? Oh, that must be the call signal. Okay. Tone, what's this? On? Off. Oh, there we go. When it's off, you don't hear the buttons. When it's on, you hear the buttons. RO. Not sure what that is. And then we're back. Hopefully the manual will tell us something. But it doesn't. Doesn't tell us anything. Power saving mode. Vox. Okay. Doesn't say anything about the other one. Keypad lock. Press the lock. Okay. Yeah, no, the manual doesn't really give us much. All right, I'm gonna get batteries in the other one and we'll test it out, okay? Give me a second. All right, I've put batteries into both of these things and I've set it to channel 10 and CTCSS1 on both. Let's have a go. I'm gonna press the talk button on 1 and talk, and we should hear it out of this. There may be some feedback because I'm so close together, but let's see what happens. Here we go. Hello. Hello, testing, hello. Okay, it works. There is a delay though, I guess because it needs time to hear the CTCSS code. Hello, 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 testing. Hello, hello, testing, hello. Try that again. Hello, hello, testing, hello. All right, now let's see what happens if we change the CTSS code. I'm gonna go to manual on this one. Obviously the channel, it will be completely, I'm gonna go to number 3 here, or even 2, let's see. And, all right. Theoretically speaking, these should not be able to talk to each other anymore. Let's try. Testing, hello, hello, testing. Testing, hello, hello, testing. Hello, hello, testing. Hello, hello, testing. Okay, I'm gonna call it. How do I call again? Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Okay, let's change the code back again to 1. Okay. There we go. And if I hit here, there you go. And now it should be fast again, back to the normal function. Hello, testing. Hello, testing. All right, it works. The range on these, I don't know. We're not going to be able to find that out at the moment. Mon. What is Mon again? Monitor mode. Testing, testing, hello. Testing, testing, hello. I don't know. What is monitor? Testing, testing. Hello, hello, hello. I'm not sure what mon is. Again, it doesn't tell me on the manual. Hello, hello. Okay. What else did we want? Vox, right? Let's see Vox mode here. Vox on. 1. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm going to turn this, get out of there. That's the calling ringer. Tone, RO, still don't know. Okay, it's on Vox, you see? So watch, if I talk into this, hello, 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 testing, hello, hello. Okay, there, it turned off. Yeah, if it reaches a certain threshold. So right now I'm talking and it's not picking it up, you see? I'm bringing it closer to my mouth. Now I'm yelling at it and yelling. I'm not pressing the talk button and it's doing absolutely nothing. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, let's change the setting on this thing. It's not really working too well with Vox. Let's go up to 3, whatever that is. Okay, it's now Vox at the higher level. I'm going to scream into it again. Testing, 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 testing. Nah, it's not picking it up. I have to hold talk. Talk, hello, hello, hello. Okay, yeah, it's not picking up. It's not activating automatically when I speak into the Vox here. Oh, now it's activating. So this Vox is a bit flaky. I'm not really getting it to activate very well. I don't know why. I'm gonna turn it off. I think we're gonna rely on the talk button mostly for everything. Okay, so that's it. Let me turn them both off here. Okay, and the next thing we'll do is we'll open up maybe this last one here. It doesn't have a battery in it, the blue one, and see what is inside this thing. It seems to be fairly easy to open. There's 4 screws, 1, 2, and actually there's 2 more in here. The battery compartments on these things are almost impossible to remove, as you can see. It's probably for the children's safety thing, but it's really hard to get off. There's another 2 screws in there, and it looks like this thing will just lift right off and not present any problem. It may be that these clips here will need to be bent in or something. I'm not sure, or there might be a contact at the bottom, but it should just lift right off. Yeah, we'll try and see. I'll be back in a second with a screwdriver and we'll get this thing open. All right, I got the screwdriver. Let's give this a try. Okay, there's one. It'll eventually come out. Okay, whatever, we'll pull it apart later. Here's number 2. Okay, 3. These are a little bit trickier. Okay, They might be shorter screws. I don't know. I'm going to have to see if they differ in size afterwards, just in case they need to go back in the same place. Okay. Oh, that was surprisingly easy. Oh, okay. So the battery compartment just winds around the AAAs. So really it's just contacting here, 1, 2. That's the beginning and the end of that battery circuit. Adds up 4 AAs at 1.5 volts. So it takes 6 volts and it just contacts the board here and here. All right, let's have a look. We have a speaker. Let's zoom in on some of the components here and see if I can recognize. Okay, there we go. There is a chip that says AT, I believe, 1141 A350 U420, A350 U420. Okay, somebody knows what that is. I see it looks like a clock chip there, 26. And what do we have here? An inductor here on the board, WX050 522, some kind of a transistor there or power regulator, I'm not sure. A bunch of different transistors here, a few more of these little tiny coils, inductors. There's the main chip, I believe, that does all the processing here. PUY something, PY32F040 C16T6 4B1TL1B. Okay, whatever that is. And what is that little guy there? Is that a microphone? That little tiny thing? Looks like it has like 6 little holes in it. That's kind of a strange place to put a microphone. Although there's a hole there. So maybe that is the microphone. I don't know. Okay, there's another package here. What does that say? Oh, upside down. MC34119DW23602G. Okay, so far I have not found a date code on anything here, which would indicate maybe when this thing was made. Even these chips, I can't recognize any obvious date number. Yeah, I can't tell. This is the antenna here. It's just a springy looking coil there that comes off here. That's the antenna connection. We have the input here. That's probably the audio output. Oh, you don't want to lose this thing. It's just held in by this little rubber thing right in the corner. Okay, that's the LED. And what else do we have? A couple of diodes there. And so the board is held in by these clips, you see? There's one there and there. I could flip these open and maybe pull this thing out. It doesn't look like anything else is holding it in, but I don't want to create any problems. I don't think there's much. On the other side, you're going to have the display and a few contacts for these buttons. I believe most of the work is being done on this side of the board. So anyway, that's the inside. There's not much to it, and I just don't see any kind of markings on the board showing anything other than, you know, like ground, RF, lamp. These are test points, up, down, but I can't see, you know, menu, talk, power, but yeah, mic over there. All right, anyway, let's put this thing back together. So we just put it here like so. Make sure these line up here. Okay, it's together, and plug this, just screw this back down. Now this should come together pretty easily. Let's get this together here. Okay, so that's basically it. A quick look at these, you know, walkie-talkies. Good close-up, you know, potential maybe in an urban environment. Not going to take you too far in a city, maybe a little better in the countryside, and you know, they're not too expensive. Kids could have fun with this stuff, and you get 3 in one package, so a whole family can enjoy. If you're going to a theme park, perhaps, or going to a, you know, some kind of an event, festival, parade, I don't know, whatever, you're in a mall even, you can keep in touch with each other if you don't have phones. But that's basically it. That is the SANJOIN walkie-talkie for kids. Okay. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments. Give it a thumbs up, and catch you later. Bye for now.